goes another video. Okay, and this time what? Let me fix my hair. Okay, I'm gonna try to be as quick as possible. And one thing that I said and I told myself that I wanted to do when I first started when I wanted to do these YouTube channel is just pretty much be able to connect with moms, women, and whatnot, in all sorts of aspects and stuff. But like the one thing that I feel like maybe we could kind of relate in some sort of way, and if it hasn't happened to you or whatever, and excuse my kids if you hear them, they're just wild right now. They're cleaning the backyard. That's what kids are for, okay, people? Cleaning the backyard. So anyways, so the one thing I definitely want to talk about is the big fat elephant in the room that sometimes people are kind of afraid to like address and stuff like that. And one of the things that I kind of struggle with now, I feel as I get older, or just like as we as women get older and stuff, was depression. I never knew what depression was. I never experienced it. I never knew what could be the symptoms. I never knew like how you would actually feel or anything like that. And I think, like, as you can see, it kind of makes my anxiety. So now I kind of have, I feel like I don't have it. Is moments where I'm just like, I kind of like go back a little to like how it used to be, or I try not to go to that way or whatever, because I want to say like it was definitely tough. And it was just something that, it was just like, just so much that was like bottled in and stuff, so many thoughts, and just like that, I just kept holding in, and I have no idea like what ended up. You just don't know, like, life catches you, and you just end up going through stuff. I ended up getting, I don't know, like postpartum depression and just depression overall. When Logan, my soon-to-be 3-year-old, in a matter of 2 days, when he was born. So I want to say like I was cool and stuff. I had never experienced it with my other kids. I have always been a happy person. I have always been an easy to get along with person. Always like laughing, talking, and just, being joyful and stuff like that. And it wasn't until a few months after that Logan was born that we were having a tough time. And overall we were just, I think he was like about 2-3 months old, maybe even 4, like when all that kind of started. And just like little stuff that I kind of started to, oh my god, these kids, it's just like little things like that I kind of started, to kind of notice. I do recall like vividly when I was in labor, I had like, one of the nurse students that come in and they talk to you about stuff. If you know about breastfeeding, if you know about this, if you know about that, if you know how to take care of a children. And I was like, oh yeah, and then they touched the depression, and I'm just like, no, because I felt like I've never had it. Like, it was something that I had never experienced. So I was like, okay, cool. They told me the symptoms and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, life hits you. We were in a very experiencing financial difficulties, where it was just living paycheck to paycheck. I was staying home, and I have never really been a stay-at-home mom. I have always like been able to work. I have been working since I was 16. Even when I was like a single mom, I was like working 2 jobs at one point. I have always like had that, to be able to work and just like being able to socialize. So, which is why, but now staying home, and it's like, we stay home and it's just the walls around you, and it's just like, you don't have that social interaction anymore. You go drop off the kids and you just drop them off at school and stuff, and you pick them up. Like, there's no way like to kind of socialize with anybody. People now are just like on the go and stuff like that. And so now I'm just like, okay, so anyway, So then I was just, I just felt like I was just doing so much. And like I said, we were doing we were having a financial difficulty. We were in one car, and it was just like a get up and go. I was helping my sister with her girls, and I was taking them to childcare. I was rushing back to take my nephew and my daughter to school, rushing to the other side of town to take my husband to work, come back home and like kind of clean up, and then take Liam to school, and then take him to school, come back and do whatever I have to do. And then it was like only like a 2-hour break, and then I would have to go pick up Alexa from school, and then come back home and do like home stuff, like homework, feed them dinner, get them ready for school the next day and whatnot. And like my husband was working like long hours, so sometimes it was like 8, 9, and I would have to go pick him up, and because we were in one car. So that's something like I never really talked about or anything like that. So I think that's where kind of little things like that, it kind of just, I started it kind of started being, you guys are going to wet the box.
A few moments later.
Yeah, like the water's going to go that way. Spill it the other way. Oh my God, Alexa. Sorry, my daughter's like, da-da-da. And so it was the same routine. And then on the weekends, just so that we would not spend on gas, like I would tell my husband to take the car. So, and I would just set myself so I wouldn't have to worry about going out and whatnot. Then at the same time, I was trying to do the business of Herbalife, and I started getting discouraged. Like it could kind of get discouraging, especially when like you're trying to promote this kind of stuff and you're just like out there and like no one's biting or anything like that. And then it's like you don't have the results to kind of prove that the product work, and just like little things like that. And, so I was just trying to juggle mom life, kids, being in one car, trying to juggle like this, like business stuff. And I just felt like I was just doing too much, like I wasn't really focusing on myself. I was just trying to focus to, I don't know what, Eventually, like around November, December, that's when I kind of know, this is like November, December 2017, because Logan was just a few months. And eventually, like, I ended up realizing that I did have depression. And the reason why I would notice it was because I wouldn't shower. Like, that's so tough to say. I said I wasn't gonna fucking cry. But there was days that I would catch myself that sometimes like I would go all day and not shower or anything like that. I was not in the mood to like do anything. I didn't have the energy to want to do anything. I didn't want to clean. I didn't want, like, if I was able to be in bed all day, I would definitely take up on that. And, just because I didn't want to do it. And it's something that I never really talked about or anything like that. Because I don't know. Eventually, like, I did get help. I reached out to my doctor and stuff, and they, like, right off the bat, they wanted to do pills and stuff like that. But I'm just, like, in my head, I would think, like, how am I gonna know, like, that I am back to my normal self? Like, how am I gonna know that these pills are definitely gonna, like, make me feel better the minute I stop taking them? Like, how am I gonna know that I have found myself and stuff like that? And, and, like, it just sucks that the doctor straight out wanted me to do that. And I was like, no, I want to see a therapist. And seeing the therapist helped me unload, like, a lot of weight and just, like, feelings and thoughts and, like, aggression and just, like, a bunch of stuff that I was just, oh my God, it's still so hurtful to kind of talk. And, and I saw a therapist for quite some time, and honestly, it was the best feeling to be able to just talk to someone and not have to worry about what they were thinking, or you getting interrupted when you were just trying to vent of like everything and stuff like that. And I'm glad I didn't do pills, because I told my husband, I was like, I have depression, and he was just, and even till this day, like, he kind of, like, the other day, my feet are hurting. The other day we were watching, what were we watching? Ouch. And let me adjust this a little bit closer. I can't remember what we were watching, and he was just like, it's hereditary, like, meaning, and I'm just like, well, I just hope my kids don't ever, feel that sort of way or anything like that. And I don't, so I'm just like, and I don't think he ever understood where I was kind of coming from. And now I just like have like these crazy ass like emotions and like anxiety stuff, and like, I don't know, like, okay, I'll be out there right now, okay? And just like, he was just, you need to find the instructions first, Alexa, before you take out anything from that box.
An hour later.
You need to find the instructions. Don't take out anything from that box, because you guys still need to sweep up and make sure there's like nothing on there that could damage it. A broom? What you mean? What you gonna sweep with? What do you sweep with? This fucking girl. And so kind of he now knows like when I need the help or whatever, because I'll be like, I need a trip by myself. Like, he acknowledges that like it could be hectic. I can't remember what day or time it was, and like I was out by myself, and like he was just like, I don't even know how you do this. Like, I feel like I have come such a long way because of therapy and whatnot. I have been able to kind of just do everything, or just, do what kind of makes me feel happy and stuff like that. And then what has also kept me like head elevated is the fact that I have my daughter in Girl Scouts, and like I feel because of that also like I'm way better, like, because I'm able to socialize and stuff like that. I'm able to see like all kinds of people and just unwind from like home, because being home, it can be like very hectic. You just go back to the same routine, and being a stay-at-home mom, and even if you're a working mom too, like you like get stuck in the same like routine and just very repetitive, you know what I mean? And it's like, what do we do and stuff like that. One thing that I did forget to mention, like back when I like November, December, I ended up taking a break from social media. I was like MIA. Well, not that I deactivated my accounts or anything like that. I just like took the app off my phone. I didn't want to focus on social media. Sometimes I felt like social media just had to do a lot with, with the way it impacted me and stuff. And so I was gone at least for like 2-3 months, and I feel like it was very helpful, like to the point that now, like sometimes like I cannot sit there for long periods of time to go through social media and see what everyone's up to, and I just hope everyone's doing great. But I just can't, like my anxiety now, I'm just like on the go. I'm always up to something. I cannot sit still or anything like that. I don't know, and now I just feel like I'm a happy broken person in a sense of way where I kind of just have everything together. Now I have been able to kind of find it more joyful to be at home. I have been able to kind of just be like some sort of OCD stuff, and now I just have like different little battles that's not depression, but now it's like little things like I like my bed being done by like 7:30 in the morning. It's a big pool. Okay, I'll be out there right now, okay? I hope this thing is not too big. So it's just like now I just have like little things like that. I like my house to be clean by a certain time. Things need to be done a certain time. I'm a scheduler. Like I always have a planner and stuff like that. My appointments, they have to be like I feel like it gives me anxiety, like just to even think that they want to give me like an appointment for later on. I have no idea why. And or just like when my husband tries to tell me things, sometimes like if I go like this, is because like just the thought, it makes me like like it, I don't know, like it irks me so much, and I'm just like, it's just so weird. Now I just feel like I'm like hella broken in a more happier, stable place and stuff like that. I feel like I have been such a better person, but like it does take moments here and there where I'm just like clueless. I'm just like where like I have my moments where I just don't want to be talked to. I have my moments, you know what I mean? And like I said in my first video, like when I drive, it's like when I do the most thinking. And sometimes the one thing that I think about is like pretty much like my mom. Like it makes me wonder, like back in the day, like how, like did she ever feel like that? Like was she ever in a good mental state? Or it makes me wonder, like did she ever experience stuff like this? Like like it's something I've never questioned her about. So I don't know. So it makes me wonder, like like whatever I'm going through with my kids, I'm just like, oh my god, I hope my mom was not feeling like this. Or it's just like little things like that I'm just like, who's that? And so, no, Liam, I'm watching you. So now, so yeah, that was like one of the main things that I kind of wanted to address, in a video, because it's like we just don't know what other people are experiencing. We just don't know when people like don't reach out for help, and it's always good to reach out for help, like when they need it, like to not be afraid, because it's like we just don't know how to deal with it and stuff. Or they're just like looking at you like you're crazy, like why would you even say that you have this? So like now it's like it's crazy to even like, what is it called, I kind of understand when people say oh, depression sucks, depression this, and it's like, okay, I wasn't, but now I'm just like, it is by far the worst thing, because it's like you can't even be happy, you're not even sad or angry, what are, you know what I mean? And it's like, we as moms, we just like eventually kind of lose who we are, like, and it's like sometimes I do question myself, like, who am I? Like, what am I? What do I like to do? I like to shop, I'll tell you that for sure. But it's like, who am I? Like, sometimes I just don't even know, like, who I am at times, because it's like the only name that I kind of feel like I've been called the most is mom, like these kids just say mom all the time. And it's like, I feel like at the end of the day, they are like my kids are a true blessing, and that's how everybody should see their kids, no matter how much of an a-hole they can be and stuff like that. They just bring me happiness, so I'm just like, I'm just happy that I am in a happy, better state of mind. And I just hope that everyone is, and that if anybody ever like has questions, doubts, or just needs an ear to be listened to, like, I am here to listen to you, because it's like we just keep so much bottled in, and it's like we just need to let loose for a little bit, and it's like I don't even go out with friends or anything. Like, I only hang out with my sisters most of the time. I do have my friend that I meet with her whenever I get the chance, and it's just like I am just glad I'm able to kind of meet up with her, because our kids, they could play and we could talk for days. So it's like we could relate because we're both stay-at-home moms. So like I said again, if you ever need help, please reach out. I'm not a professional help either, but if you ever feel like you need professional help, please don't ever feel that you are a crazy person for wanting to reach out to someone for some help, because it's like every single day we at least need it, even if it's just like a quick talk or whatever. Like, I just need to let off some steam and stuff like that, because you just may never know what can be a trigger to anything, you know. So I hope you find this video helpful in some sort of way, and if you guys can relate, or if you guys know someone that can probably use this video just to motivate them a little, and, you know, kind of brighten their day through like gloomy days and stuff like that, I hope you guys can share it with them and stuff, because like we just need to empower each other as moms, as women, and just, you know, not be bitter people, because it's like, you know, you don't want to be a grouch all the time. So yeah, so with this being said, I gotta go because these kids are taking apart a box. Well, they're unboxing a pool, so we about to do this. So yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next. Bye.